So under dihydric alcohols we are having gem diols. Gem means in one carbon atom two similar groups are attached. This is called as gem. Suppose if two halogens are attached, it is known as what? Gem dihalides. But here two halogen will not be attached. What is will be attached? Two OH is attached, because what I have written, gem diol. Diol means two OH group will be attached. So here we'll see the preparation of this what you can say, gem diols. But before going to this preparation, we have to note down something. So write it down. What I am saying, you please write it down. First of all, gem diols are unstable compounds. They are unstable compounds which convert into carbonyl compounds on dehydration. Gem diols are unstable compounds. They convert into carbonyl compounds on dehydration. Alright, now how it is? Okay, fine. Look here. How it is being done. Just I am putting here R, and here let me say I am putting here another R. Okay, fine. Another R. Also I am putting it here. Or R dash. Let us say I am putting it here. Now I will go for dehydration. Dehydration means in presence of some dehydrating agent like concentrated sulfuric acid, let us say I am taking it here. Any dehydrating agent you can take it here. Concentrated sulfuric acid, P2O5, anhydrous zinc chloride, anything you can take it. Achha. Now what is going to happen? See here. Dehydration means what? Removal of water. So here, that is, this pair of electron comes here, so it becomes double bond, and this pair of electron comes here. Now why? Because OH is electronegative, it pulls an electron towards itself. Oxygen, moreover, it is electronegative, pulls electron towards itself, and it forms OH minus. As a result, here the pair of electron comes here, and it forms, what is that? H plus. It forms H plus, and I have told you earlier also that if a given compound, you have read it in the alcohol phenol chapter, if a given compound in the carbon atom contains more than one OH group, then it is unstable. Unstable due to what? Due to steric hindrance, due to steric repulsion. So how it becomes stable? By releasing water. See, from here H plus and here OH minus. H plus OH minus, it forms water, and the remaining, what you get it? RC, here double bond O, and this is R dash plus water. So what I tell you, it gets converted into carbonyl compounds. That is, you can see ketones is formed. Okay, remember it. You know it, this one also, that if a carbon atom contains two OH group, then it becomes what? Unstable due to steric hindrance or steric repulsion. So hence this is what I have written. I have written gem diol. Gem, you understood? Within the same carbon atom we are having two OH group. Alright. So what is going to happen then? It is going to get converted into ketones. That is carbonyl compounds, we can say that. Next, that is after that you write it down. The gem diols, of course it is unstable. Gem diols, of course it is unstable, but it can be stabilized. If the following factors are obeyed. If the following factors are obeyed. Point number 1, intramolecular hydrogen bond, INTRA, intramolecular hydrogen bonding stabilizes gem diols. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding, see, intramolecular, within the same molecules, you are having two OH group, stabilizes gem diols. So if intramolecular hydrogen bonding is there, then definitely gem diols will be stable. Intramolecular means what you will find it here, this H will have, that is intramolecular hydrogen bond with this oxygen. Okay, that's called. Now point number 2, presence of strong minus I effect, presence of strong minus I effect or minus I group on the alpha carbon. This is alpha carbon because the functional group is attached to that carbon, is called alpha carbon. On the alpha carbon, which holds both the hydroxyl group tightly on the same carbon atom, tightly on the same carbon atom. See, it holds the 2 hydroxyl group tightly. So if these two conditions are obeyed, then only it will be stable. The gem diols, it can be stable. We can say that. Okay. Now, under gem diols, I'll give you some name. That is name of some gem diols. I'll be giving it to you. Got it? So what are those? For example, let us say we are having CCl3 and COH and OH and here CH3. Just now I was saying minus I effect. This one is minus I effect. Chlorine minus I effect. You know that. So this particular one, due to the presence of minus I effect, gem diols become stable. We can say that the 2 hydroxyl group which is attached to the same carbon atom, it becomes stable. This alpha carbon atom, it becomes stable. So now what I am saying that I will tell you the name of this particular compound. So what is the name of this compound? It is, see here, this is this particular carbon is the first carbon, 1, 2, that is nothing but we can say 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, or from where we'll start counting. Alright, from where we need to start counting. See, if this is carbon atom, we have to count it in this way. Or we can count it this way also, 1, 2, 3, because chlorine will have the least number, isn't it? Okay, now suppose here hydrogen will be there. Hydrogen will be there. In that case, what will happen? We will count from here, because I have to give the lowest number to the functional group. Of course, you know this, all these things. You know it. But still then, I said you. So here, there is no other choice for me. One choice is there, I can do counting from here or I can do counting from here. I cannot do from the middle, isn't it? So if I count from here, then definitely the prefix will get the lowest number. If I count from here, the prefix will get the highest number. Functional group in both the cases get the second position. If I count from here or from here, you know that. So 1, 2, 3, we can say. Clear? So what is the name? Then it will be 111 trichloro. 111, see, in first position 3 are there. 111 trichloro. Then 111 trichloro propane 2,2 diol. Again I repeat, 111 trichloro propane 3 carbon atom propane 2,2 diol. We can say that. Clear? So in this way you can name a particular compound, or we can name it in some other way also. We can say that. Clear? It can be done. So now next is I've already gave you some examples. We will come to the preparation of this particular dihydric alcohol. So under dihydric alcohol, we are going to study the gem diols. Already we have seen it's one thing. Next I will come to vicinal also. But before that, let me tell you, the one which we are going to study is your ethylene glycol, CH2H, single bond CH2H. What I said, ethylene glycol or ethane 1,2 diol. Now how we are going to prepare this particular one? Alright, how we are going to prepare it? Okay, you got the name. This is ethylene glycol or ethane 1,2 diol. See, 2 carbon, eth 1,2 diol. Very simple it is. But it is not gem, mind it, it's not gem. Alright, it's not a gem one. Okay? Understand that particular thing. Fine. So, what you find is that is how will you prepare this particular one. Let us take here, that is CH2, that is I, and let us take here, that is CH2I. Okay. Now here one carbon is there, so that definitely it will be, what is that, CH3. So carbon is having how many bond here? 1, 2 with hydrogen, and here one hydrogen. If you don't understand, let me do it in this way. This is hydrogen, this is hydrogen. See here. 4 ones, no problem. Now you understood. Okay. So in this way, we got it. CH2I, then CH2I. Clear? Now, what I am going to do is that I am going to react with sodium carbonate, Na2CO3 plus water. Na2CO3 plus water. You know, sodium carbonate, when it undergoes hydrolysis, what it gives you? It gives you NaOH. Alright, when sodium carbonate undergoes hydrolysis, this hydrolysis Na2CO3 plus water. You have read it hydrolysis in class 11. What is going to give it to you? NaOH plus H2CO3. Sodium hydroxide plus carbonic acid. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base compared to carbonic acid. So hence the resultant solution will be basic. So definitely I get it NaOH from here. Clear? So when I get NaOH, what is going to happen here? What is going to happen? I am going to get CH2OH, single bond, CH2OH. Clear? Now what happens? This 2 iodine reacts with this 2 sodium to form 2NaI. Alright, 2NaI. Plus, you can see it is nothing but what I get it here, 2NaI. Here I am getting. So here what I said, 2 OH group is there. I got it, the 2 OH group. So hence what I need here, that is this 2 water. Clear? And hence what I am going to get it, that is nothing but carbon dioxide and water. So one water will be moved from here. I will get it here, one water only. Understood? Here what will I get? Carbonic acid. Carbonic acid means carbon dioxide plus water. Clear? Now this water here and 2 water here. Should I write both the side water? No. So one water will be moved. I think you understood this particular thing. Okay. Thank you very much. In the next video.